Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another game of the Dubai Sevens. This one, the quarterfinals. Ireland taking on Fiji. Now, we already know who the opposition will be. It will be South Africa. The question is who will win in this quarterfinal. We have McNulty, Comerford, Ward, Dardis, Conroy, Kennedy, and also Cribben will be in the starting lineup for the Irish in this contest. For Fiji, Josefa Talatholo, the captain, Jeremiah Matanga, also Rasaku, Mothinofangi, Saturanga, Bukayaro, and also Tereo Vailawa, who's been a standout for Fiji. I expect a big performance from him. Once again, he got a hat-trick up against the French. Will be the referee, Ruben Keane, the Australian, who is in charge of this matchup. We have got there, go on the lads and go Fiji. Says Robert, more amazing rugby toss of Fiji. Says Brandon, who do you think will win this game? I did predict that Fiji would win this contest. And I think I predicted that they would win it about 27 points to 14. So we'll see whether or not that is correct. Now, we can't underestimate what Ireland have been able to do throughout their last few games. And we must remember, the last game that we saw Fiji in action, they were defeated 24-0, which is massive. So South Africa 1 says, David, they certainly did. So they have made their way through to the semi-final to face the winner of this contest. And Fiji will play the Blitzbox in the semis. Says Morning Lagrange, it's kicked off short by Fiji, and already they have slapped that ball back and retained it. Filippo Bukayaro gets his pass away, a little bit loose, waiting for that ball to stop bouncing so that the Fijian backline can start creating opportunities. Mothinofangi finds his offload on the outside to Filippo Saturanga. Now 40 metres out from the line. Vailawa, nice sling and pass off to the right. Nice bit of stepping from Kimanelli Rasaku. Now Filippo Bukayaro shut down early by the Irish defence in Comerford. Yeah, he's still on the good list. And good afternoon, Kiwi lads. Nice summer, sunny arvo for a barbecue. Says Blues, it sounds like it is nicer where you are than it is here. We're currently rainy and not very nice. But hopefully you enjoy a barbecue if you do have one. Of course, a lot of Fijians, they will be celebrating big time if Fiji can walk away with a massive victory in the Dubai Sevens competition. Talatholo, the captain, driving nice. Tereo Vailawa, ball on the outside. And Bukayaro, they won't catch him. Fiji score the first try. I was going to say 5 minutes into the game, but we're only 1 minute in. 5 minutes remaining on the clock. Filippo Bukayaro gets his second of the Dubai Sevens. And Fiji leading quite nicely now. Already getting more points than they had in their last contest up against Great Britain. We wondered whether or not it was fatigue that was starting to slow down the Fijians in that game, but they've woken up. They are fresh as a daisy for their first game of the day. They'll hope to continue that momentum as they make their way forward. I'll try to swap the sun for the rain, says Blues Nate there. An Ireland team should be upset today. I mean, that's the thing. Ireland still have the potential of being able to fight back. That kick has missed away to the left-hand side. Score will remain 5-0 in favour of the Fijians. And they just didn't give up the ball. 10 passes, 5 phases in a row where the Irish weren't able to get any sort of momentum flowing. Fiji made the most of it, and that was all from retaining their own kickoff as well. And Mothinofangi almost managing to swap that one back. Gets a finger to it, but it goes into touch. And now Ireland have got themselves the ball once again. Nice commentary, says LJ Edits. Thank you very much, man. And toss of Fiji, says Fiji X in there as well. Now, Billy Dardis, throw this one in. Now, I should mention Terry Kennedy is in the starting lineup for the Irish here. Was playing some rugby in the Shoot Shield. Unfortunately, ended up with a wrist injury. Kept him out for a majority of the season. That one has been overthrown. And taking that one's Vailawa. Got the offload away to Mothinofangi. Can he get the wide pass? He does now. And Fiji will score again. It is Saturanga out wide. And they are on fire early. Any mistake that comes from Ireland, whether that is a missed tackle attempt or a loose line out, it went right over the top. Vailawa was right there, rearing to go, running onto that ball. Still managed to find his offload, which is one of the biggest dangers of facing Fiji. You never know when that next offload is going to come. And go Fiji, says O'Malley there. And buck up, lads, says username there. And it's sunny and warm in Cape Town at the moment. Perfect picture when I woke up. And who is leading Fiji or Ireland at the moment? Fiji are leading this game 10 points to 0. Tough drop kick attempt from the sideline is once again unsuccessful. But the score will be 10-0 now. Fiji have won 11 of the previous 12 matches against Ireland by an average of 27 points. So it tells you right then and there, They love scoring a lot of tries. Amish Pro BBL starts soon if you covered that tournament stream. Says Vishal, we are hoping to cover a little bit of the BBL this year. Mothanothangi slaps it back again. Fiji managed to retain the ball. Ireland just haven't had possession throughout the first 4 minutes of this contest, and they are digging in their heels now. Fiji, beautiful fend, and it's another one. Kiminelli Rasaku scores it between the posts. Fiji on fire. And that will now be their third try of the first 4 minutes. And yes, says Joe, and go Fiji go, says Ralulu there, and Fiji on fire at the moment, says Morne Lagrange. They certainly are breaking through tackles for fun. Kiminelli Rasaku sitting down Terry Kennedy, who I just gave praise for how dangerous he can be. So far, Blitzbox are playing Fiji in the quarters, or in the semi-finals it would be, that those two sides do go head-to-head. Vailoa has got the kick over that time, making the score 17-0 in favour of the Flying Fijians. Go Fiji go, says Amelian. Go Fiji go, says Shivnet. So yeah, pretty much a whole reversal of what happened in the last game for Fiji. So they found themselves sitting 17-0 down at one point. But up against this Irish side, seems like they've come to play. Just goes the 10 metres. This time Ireland, though, have been able to retain the ball for a whole 4 seconds till Talatholo gets over it and wins another penalty for the Fijians. And Tosaviti Tosa from Tanzania. Says Joshua there and go Tosaviti. Oh, we got it. Says Rude Prince. Fijian looking wavy. Says FPG. Yeah, they're looking very strong at the moment. Throughout the first half of this contest, it is kicked into touch. So they will now have the line-out chance about 15 metres out from the Irish line. But Josefa Talatholo, Ireland, it seemed like they had done all the hard work to be able to get the ball in hand. And they had it for a whole, like I said, 4 seconds or so until Talatholo locked himself over the ball and managed to take it straight back. But Talatholo now going off to this left-hand side for Fiji. They've got numbers on the outside if they want to use it, and they do. Our Waita, Kiminelli Rasaku now doesn't even need the support run. He's just short of the line. I thought he made it by Lawa does, though. And that is another try for Fiji. That'll bring up 22 points. This is an incredible half from the Fijians here. And Ireland didn't have enough of the ball. The whole game so far, they couldn't deliver. Says Marnitz, yeah, possession stat at this stage, I honestly think would be 97% Fiji, 3% Ireland, if that. They just haven't had it. They had one chance at a line-out. They blew it. They contained one kickoff. Then they lost it with the penalty straight after. Yes, Skoyani, says Joe there. And the kick is just away to the left again, which I'm sure won't worry them too much in this game, but in a future game when it is a little bit more competitive, those kicks could be absolutely crucial in the way that Fiji play. Now 10 seconds remaining in this first half. They are sitting 22-0. There we go, match stats. No carries, no passes for the Irish. And like I said, 90-something% possession. They've slapped it back in their favour again, Fiji. Kiminelli Rasaku going back to the left-hand side. This will be the most dominant half of Rugby Sevens we have seen in a very long time. I don't think we've ever seen a side touch the ball so little, and it's another try for Taria Vailau, now moves up to 5 for his Dubai Sevens campaign. That is an unstoppable half. And I don't think you'll ever see a half in the near future anyway that is as dominant as what we have just seen. Fiji on fire, says Viliami and Bulla from Fiji. And who's playing next? Next game will be USA versus New Zealand. And the winner of that contest will face the winner of Samoa, Argentina, which is taking place straight after. Go Fiji, go, says Shivnit. And also we have got that Fiji on fire, says Viliami, and Fiji unstoppable, says Joe Tamata. Yeah, that is a brilliant half. 29-0 in favour of the Fijians, which is just absolutely insane. Like I said. And thanks, bro, says Joe. And also who will they play? Who will be playing with Fiji in the semi-finals? So it will be Fiji versus South Africa, the way that the draw currently sits. The Blitzbox defence will be much better than Ireland, says Morna Lagrange. You would think so, but the thing still is, Ireland touched the ball once throughout that whole half. And that was for about 3 seconds before Fiji won a penalty. So if Fiji are able to starve the Springboks Sevens side of possession, maybe it's not going to be sitting 29-0, but if South Africa don't get a single run forward, that's going to change a lot as well. Well, 29-0 are okay. Says Joe, and Fiji already in the semis. They are showing no respect to Ireland. Says Marnus, well, I feel like it's one of those ones that, like, they're just showing how dangerous they can be. I did your straight farming views. Says FBG. I mean, we just do all the games of the sevens that we can on the channel. We've always said that we want to show a way or provide a way of people to be able to enjoy the games without being able to see them due to either broadcasting restrictions, due to financial restrictions, geographical restrictions. Like, at the end of the day, we love watching the sevens with you guys, and that's why we do it. Pretty awesome, the fact that we get to do it 8 times a year. We covered every leg of the sevens, I believe, since the Olympics as well on the channel, which has been pretty incredible. We look at who will be playing with Fiji in the semi-final. It is going to be South Africa. And that one, I feel sorry for Ireland, mate. You're welcome, David. And also we have got there, whereas Kennedy for Ireland, he's been out there. He was actually the man who took the one catch. So that he got a catch. They turned it straight over. And then since then, Terry Kennedy, I think we've seen him fended off by Vailawa, who managed to break through him and score the try. That is the only time we've seen Terry Kennedy. So, yeah, they've really managed to shut him down brilliantly. Ireland trying the kickoff. Hasn't gone the 10 metres, but Fiji decide to play it anyway. And they are back on attack now with Kiminelli Rasaku. Now, all penalty to Ireland. This will be the most possession they have had now for quite some time. Fiji X has said hi, welcome in. And also thanks Irish #1 commentator. Says repent. And there was our first time since we started loving rugby. This is the first time we can't watch it live on TV, but thanks, Amish, for your dedication. Says I'm there. And also, okay, South Africa will be playing with Fiji in the semi-final. They certainly will be, and Vailawa on fire. He has been a tremendous talent. Now, Ireland have opted to go for their line-out again here. Last one was stolen by Fiji. Oh, what's happened now? I think there was a second ball on the field. I think you're Rasaku and Vailawa, says Maria. I'm just not sure if you saw my question, but do you think USA will cover 10.5? It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because, like, USA, if they show up, they've got potential of beating New Zealand. But if New Zealand do what Fiji are doing currently to Ireland, which I feel like could be a little bit more of the way that it goes, then it might be a tight one in terms of whether or not USA can hang with the New Zealanders. Now Terry Kennedy, attacking chance for Ireland. Here comes Harry McNulty. 2 metres out from the line, their best chance of the day. They will score. And they know that they need a lot of hustle here if they want any chance of winning this contest. Zach Ward, the man who has been able to score it. Now, my score prediction, ladies and gentlemen, was 29 points to 14. Oh, sorry, 27 points to 14. That's still possible, although I don't see Fiji going this whole half without being able to score. But who knows? Sevens, it's an unpredictable game. Sometimes you can be on cloud 9 for one half and just begging so that the game will be over in the second. Like, it's crazy how quickly it can change. If only you try for Ireland, just when they got the ball for more than 3 seconds. Says Marnus, come on Fiji, more tries. Says Viniana and Tosafiti. Says Abhishek. And also Irish lad spending too much time down the chipper. Says Fluffy. It's going to be knocked on by Ireland again. Now Vailawa not giving himself a lot of space down the short side. Are we okay there? Thank you, bro, for doing this. We can't see it live on TV, says Fiji X. And there as well. And I still say it all the time, but it's a shame that there aren't more free options of being able to watch the sevens, because at the end of the day, like, the best way to grow the game is to have people watching. But if you make it that people have to pay money to be able to watch, unfortunately, that will take a lot of people out of the equation. Some people just don't want to have to pay to be able to watch it. And, you know, they used to do it quite well because they used to show the games on YouTube. They used to live stream them. Alongside that, I think it was also on the World Rugby website. Another way of being able to watch it. Can't see Fiji playing like that again. It will be difficult backed up in the next game. And thank you if USA covers. I'm subscribed to your channel. $4 per month is worth it, says David. Thank you very much, mate. And like I said, we cover all the leagues of the sevens. Alongside that, there's actually going to be another try for Ireland here. Terry Kennedy, number 10, bringing up the 10 points for Ireland here. But yeah, we cover all the sevens. We cover Super Rugby, the Six Nations. What else have we got that we've covered? We covered the whole Rugby World Cup. I'm just reaching down, grabbing my drink, ladies and gentlemen. We are good. We have their all streaming needs to pay. We need to think of our budget, Hamish. Says, exactly right. Like, there's just so many subscription services around now that, like, no one wants to really have to keep on paying for different things if it only gives you a little bit. Like some people who are paying for Stan Sport didn't even get to see all of the games of this Sevens competition. And Fiji needs to maintain their attacking game like that in the first half, don't you think? I believe so. Although currently, Ireland are on a bit of a tear here and they keep getting penalties. So I'm a little bit worried for the Fijians because once again, the Irish are on attack. Here they go again. Jack Kelly moving only 10 metres out from the line. But thank you very much, Robert, for that gifted membership. Short side, Conroy scores. Ireland are sitting 17 points to 29. One moment, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to sneeze. We are good. We sneeze quite loud, but luckily I'm muted so you guys couldn't hear it. We have got there, good on you, David, says WMS, and also Fiji overconfident says, yeah, well, that's the thing. Now there's only 12 points difference between these two sides. This is a comeback and a half. And if Ireland score 2 more tries, they are actually leading. What time is Samoa versus Argentina quarterfinal? I believe it's on at about 9:05 p.m. New Zealand time. But we are covering that next game between USA and New Zealand. And then straight after that, we are covering the game taking place between Samoa and Argentina. So it's still 2 games away, but it's getting very close. That is knocked on by Fiji, then by Ireland. So it is another scrum feed for the Irish. I mentioned about it around half time, how one half can go completely different to the other. They're talking about the fact that the Fijians are looking into the sun now. And yeah, it just seems like this whole second half has been a different side than what we saw for the first 7 minutes. Hi, Hamish, just caught the end of your chat on subscriptions. Has a suggestion or solution been offered? My solution, listening to your commentary, says Joss there. But yeah, unfortunately, there aren't really many options for the free. I know Rugby Pass TV had a few games, which was great to see, but I don't think they're covering all of them. That's another penalty to the Irish. They were about to score out wide, but the ref brings them back. Good job, says Pamishwar. Thank you very much, mate. Quick tap taken by Terry Kennedy. And Ireland looking to score themselves yet again another try with 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Jack Kelly gets within 10 metres, finds his offload up. Fiji need a turnover if they want to stop this momentum. And Ireland, it's as if they're going downhill and Fiji trying to climb Everest here to stop the momentum. The pass is behind, but that sounded like they're going back for another penalty. Yep, 21 offside. Fiji just giving away penalty after penalty after penalty at the moment. And it's been hurting them 4 in a row. Tosaviti, says Shivnet. Now 1 minute left on the clock. And Mark Roach, the Irish veteran, will make his way onto the field to replace Billy Dardis. Now, Fiji need to stop Ireland from scoring right at this moment, or they'll be in a little bit of trouble with the amount of time that is remaining almost through. Jack Kelly, 1 inch short of the line. McNulty reaches out and he scores the try. 50 seconds remaining. It is 29 points to 22 with a kick to come, which has gone over. 24 points for Ireland scored unanswered by the Fijians. Wait, anyone know why Dubai Sevens not on Fiji TV? It's very confusing, isn't it? I don't know whether or not it's the new licensing. That kick hasn't gone 10. Ireland making the mistake. They went for the grubber, but he didn't get it clean. So Fiji now have got themselves the ball on the halfway line. They will put the scrum in. And maybe I'm happy listening to you or to a commentary, having grown up in South Africa without TV in the 60s and 70s and listening on the radio. Says Joss, can Fiji make the quarters? They can if they win this game. But Roach wanted to kick at the 10 metres. It didn't go that way. Right, 5 seconds left on the clock. Fiji, if they win the scrum and they boot the ball into touch, they will go through to the semi-finals to face South Africa. But boy, have they been close to blowing this game. And I don't think anyone would disagree. They were 29-0 up at half-time. 24 points scored by Ireland in the second half. The ball is in for Fiji. They flick it out the back door and they will boot it into touch. Fiji make their way through to the semi-finals to take on South Africa, but they have probably dodged a bullet here because that was very close to Ireland making a miraculous comeback, and it just shows you how unpredictable a game of sevens can end up being. But Fiji get themselves the win, 29 points to 24. They will face South Africa in the semis, and that game is only happening in about an hour and maybe 50 minutes time. So that means the Fijians pretty much have to get straight back into the resting and recovery stage to then go out there and try and have a real impact. But thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. The next one that we are covering is USA versus New Zealand. That is going to be taking place in a very short moment. Is this a quarterfinal? It was indeed. So yeah, now the semis have been confirmed on that side of the draw. We're transferring over to New Zealand versus USA now. So we'll see you all in a very short moment.